Hey, yeah, so today is my second day of working at Warsaw 61 Elementary School. It's pretty amazing. Here with me today is Korek. He's adorable. Yes, Korek. He, once he likes you, he just like spends a lot of time sitting with you. Yeah, he has the coolest eyebrows. You can't see his eyes. You have to trim them. He has a cute little beard. Anyways, that's Korek. He'll be around. Yeah, so I actually absolutely love this school. It's so fun, so amazing. Here, I'll go over a few things that we did. Wrote it down in my handy dandy journal to kind of take notes from and feed off of as I do these vlogs. This is Polish music playing in the background. I guess it's kind of Polish, kind of English, kind of a mix. All right. Oh, here's Korek. He's looking up now. Korek, look at who's that? Oh, who's that? Who's that? Who's that? Oh, hi. He has a cute little beard. So cute. So cute. Yeah. So, pretty much. Let's see. Where are we? My host family, everyone's working today. The dad, he went on a trip, and the daughter is on a trip with school, and the mom, it's just us for the entire week, so it should be pretty cool, pretty interesting. We're teaching each other English and Polish, so, yeah. Let's see. Oh yeah, so Mary showed me how to get to the school the other day. We walked there. It takes about 15 minutes to walk to the school. During this, when it's snowing and when it's raining, I'm probably going to take the bus. Funny thing about the bus is it's free. Well, it's not, but the thing is, if you go into the back, there's no ticket person. It's just a machine that you're supposed to stick your ticket in. We just went on and didn't stick a ticket in. No one seems to have watched all the people. They don't. And we also brought Korek on, which was really funny. So, yeah, you can bring a dog on a bus and nobody says boo, which is quite surprising. Okay, so, first thing that happened at the school was I met all the teachers. Some speak English, some don't. The ones who do know how. A lot of them are too afraid to talk to me because they are, embarrassed. I feel kind of bad because, you shouldn't be embarrassed to speak to someone. There's a couple other teachers. Zosha is my main, and then there's Victor, who's another main, and there's also, I think it's pronounced, Anita? I don't know, I'm not 100% sure. It's a hard name to remember. Anyways, she's super nice. Her daughter actually is 25, and she's in Germany right now? I don't know. But she wants to give me a tour of Warsaw, which would be fantastic. So Zosha and Victor are outstanding people. They're so welcoming. Being in a school is just welcoming itself. I walked through the door. All these kids were I felt like a celebrity because all these kids are looking at you. They're like, oh my god. And they're they come up to you hello. They're like, hello, hello. That's really the only word. And they're they'll be what's your name? And I'm like, Casey. And they're like, Casey. And then they all tell each other and they all come up and give you hugs. They're the cutest kids ever. Pretty much what I do in each class is I go to each class and they ask me questions. So the night before the first day, I was asked to write a paragraph about myself, saying who I am, what I like, what I do. And they follow that, and they go through it, and they ask me questions about it. So for the older kids, they'd ask sorry, this paragraph I wrote, it was wrong. There was wrong details. For example, it said, my brother Darcy, or one day I would like to be a firefighter because my favorite color is red. So they'd ask me what is your favorite color? And I'd say yellow. And they're like, oh, so scratch it and rewrite. So it was kind of cool. So it's a bunch of random facts about myself. Also, for little kids, what we do is we just put our I put my name on the board and they ask me questions. So like, oh, do you have a mom and a dad? Do you have a sister? Do you have a brother? And if I do, I write the names. They ask me about my pets. I show them pictures of myself, a picture of my friends. The most common question they asked me was, do you have a boyfriend? And each time I was like, no. And they're like, oh. And then at least one boy from every class, for the first day at least, was like, oh, I don't have a girlfriend. I'm like, oh, well, it's just, they're funny. They're funny kids. All the kids love rock and roll, which is sick. They're also really into heavy metal. I don't know if you've heard the band Down in Flames. I think that might be them. I don't know. They're really into that group. Love Nirvana. They love Nirvana, which is sick. What else? I look like death right now. I'm still jet lagged, I think. I wake up. I go to bed at a reasonable hour. Wake up totally fine, 7 a.m. Just yeah, I'm good. By 3 o'clock, I'm just whoa, I've been yawning all morning. I don't know why. It's awful. I'll get over it eventually, though. Yeah, so pretty much I talked about my family, about my friends, about Crash Crawlies. Yes, Crash Crawlies. Talked to them about Vancouver baseball. They don't have baseball here. None of them played baseball before. It's pretty strange, but yeah, I'm hoping to teach them. Some of the kids are going to teach me how to skateboard, which is going to be funny. We're going to the park on Thursday, so that's where they're going to teach me. We're going to have maple syrup day, where we eat maple syrup. And yeah, I'm hoping to bring Halloween into the equation. I'm just doing Halloween, so it'll be cool. They think my dog and my bird are adorable. They also think the duck is so funny. Kids here are insane, nuts, but I love them. Pretty much here's how my first day went. Walk out my first class, one of the kids is under the table hissing at me, hissing under it, and I don't know what to say because they don't speak English, they speak Polish. So you're okay, come with me, and they're I don't know, man. It was funny. And then one, not in my class, but one of them swallowed a 2 zloty coin. So two zlotys is the size. It's just a bit bigger than a nickel, but it's thicker. It's putting 2 nickels together like that. So yeah, it's kind of freaky. So I don't know how that kid went, but apparently all the teachers were laughing about it and thought it was hilarious, which is fine by me. I thought that was funny too. It's weird because in school in Canada, kids are always behaving, sitting on their desk. But these kids jump up, run around, they don't sit still. I don't know. It's hilarious. I've seen them jump, run. I don't know what they say, but it possibly is nice, possibly rude. I don't know. They're pretty rambunctious little birds. It's funny. But yeah, overall, I just love working there. It's honestly in this book I received from the previous volunteers, they said if you're ever upset or you're ever feeling down with something and you go to school, there's always at least one kid who's going to make it better. And it's so true. They all come up to you, they hug you, they're just they want to be so close to you, and it's adorable. One of the little boys, just every time I see him, I don't remember his name, but every time I see him, he's giving me a hug. And these kids are adorable, honestly cute. I don't know, they're just so much more. Being here just makes me realize we're spoiled, absolutely spoiled. We have so much stuff at home. We don't need any of that stuff. These kids have one notebook they bring to every class, and they get by just fine. I mean, it's elementary school, yes, but I don't know. They have a couple pens. They don't have scissors. They don't have glue. They don't have all these junks that we all had. It's a different world. And I love it. It's amazing. Yeah, I went to some fitness place today and I explored it. Though the lady didn't speak English and she was kind of nasty, so I didn't really want to stay too long. So I just went there, tried to talk to her, and yeah. Yesterday I spent my afternoon in the park, just sitting there enjoying myself. It was really nice. The park is gorgeous. There's a huge lake, 2 huge lakes actually. So I just sat by. I read this book I got from my school. I'm still need to read a bit more. I'm probably gonna bring Cork out right now because my teacher doesn't get home for a while, and I don't think he's been out yet today. And we live in a flat, right? So can't really. I don't know. I don't really want to like keep him here. He looks so sad. Look at him. He's so cute. Yeah. Today, there's been really good lunches at the school. Yesterday we had spaghetti and potato soup. Today we had potato soup and I don't really know what it was. I think it was a pork chop covered in breading. So maybe, I don't know what the proper name for that is. And it had Caesar salad. The Caesar salad was good, kind of. It had like the sauce on it. It was like supposed to be Caesar sauce, but it's so like liquid creamy. It just kind of made me like, ugh. It was kind of gross. And then there was also potatoes, because the potato soup was pretty full, and they have juice. But yeah, teachers are super nice. They're like helping me out because I didn't realize I didn't have to wait at the end of the line for all the kids. Maybe that was common sense, but whatever. But yeah, some teachers don't speak Polish, so it's a little weird. But like most do, and most try to make an effort. Even if they don't, they're like, "Oh, Casey, come here, come here." And extremely welcoming. Like, I love it. But yeah, just kind of chilling out, getting more used to that. I like being at home and like going to school and knowing where I'm going, just because now I feel like I'm more like on a set schedule and I'm more getting my whereabouts. Yeah, I like it. I can watch CNN here too, which is kind of cool. It's in English. All it is though is about Iraq and Israel and America and all this. Nothing really interesting, but maybe that's for the best. Maybe I don't want to learn about what's happening back home so I don't miss it. At the moment, I'm pretty like, yeah, you know, I like it here. I love home too. I do miss a lot of things about it, but I'd rather not dwell on that, if you know what I mean. Anyways, this is an absolutely really ridiculously long video. This sums up my last 2.5 days. But yeah, so check out my pictures I post on Facebook and talk to you soon. Peace out. Amigo.